Santosh. In this video, I'm going to explain about my digital assignment. So next, first coming to the first question. So for our first question, like we need to analyze of Intel i3, i5, i7 series processors and microprocessing element. So use the project and compare their features based upon the concept planning in EC3003 microcontroller syllables. So first of all, our first question in the first question, like the first part is like we need to draw a clear block diagram of the microprocessor and also give an internal diagram of each and every block. So this is our this is our my diagram. So this is CPU, central processing unit, and next we have been in that I've been discussing about the some terms like memory bus. So what are the different types of buses are there and everything in detail I explained. I wrote in this PDF. And next coming to the I've been wrote input and output port timers counter. So what exactly they have been. So one brief lines I've been wrote. Next coming to the second question is like we need to provide instruction of set or a microprocessing element like with clock cycle required, a mission cycle required, a memory required. So for that I've been wrote data transfer instructions. So you can see this is code for data transfer instructions. This is instructions. So here I've been having what type of addressing mode we have been used, the number of bytes, the number of cycles, everything I've been used and I wrote in this Excel. Next coming to the legal logical instructions. So logical instructions. So I also explained here. So next coming to the boolean or bit manipulation instructions. So here also I wrote these things. Next, coming to the third question is our third question is like we need to explain microprocessing element architecture. So next coming for that, I have been drawn a exact architect of the microprocessor. So what are the there like input interrupt control, CPU, and bus control, four inputs ports and serial ports and everything are there. So this is a basic pin diagram of our 805 microcontroller. Next coming to this basic diagram. So here I've been we have nearly 40 pins are there. So I've been discussed some important ports here. So you can see. So now next. Next, coming to the types of resistors. So our types of resistors we have been used. So common types of resistors like general purpose resistors, special function resistors. So these things have been clearly wrote. Next. So we have been having discussing about one by one like general purpose resistors, what are there and how we are going to there, like we are seeing a bank resistor. So it starts from R0 to R7. So this is a block this is a diagram for that. So you can see the banks and resistors. So this is a bank B0 to B3. So you can see clearly the four are there. Next coming to accumulator. So like what accumulator exactly is, like in what ways we have been using accumulator. So what is accumulator and how many types of bits of accumulator it is. So everything are there. So yeah, accumulator is an 8-bit one. So you can see a 8 bits. So it's starting from E0 to E7. So next coming to the what type of port resistors. So as we discussed previously, there are two different type of resistors where we are going to discussing that port resistors. These are four resistors. So in the block diagram you can see clearly. Next coming to our fourth question is like we need to correlate the microprocessing element architecture with the architecture discussed in the module 1 module 2. So next, first of all, coming to the when you're comparing this architect in the both module and module 2, like I've been got MCS51 ports. So you can see this is the diagram. So port not port 1, port 2 and port 3. So there are four ports are there. So you can see clearly in this PDF. So next, this is an reading part, reading input port 1 and reading out latch of port 1. So you can see clearly everything. So next coming to we're going to discuss about the what type of microprocessor, like is an 8089 C50 C51. So microstructure this is you can see like, clearly we see. Next, coming to the our memory organization, logical separation of program and data memory. So you can add memory organization, logical separation of program and data memory. So this is a program memory. So you can see clearly here. So this is an executing from an external memory program. So you can see how it is works. This is internal data memory. So they are accessible by indirect addressing only, accessible by direct addressing only. So accessible both direct and indirect. You can see clearly. So this is a lower 128 bytes of internal RAM. So you can see clearly this is internal RAM. Next, coming to our sixth question, like here we need to compare the amount of time required to execute a complex instruction like multiplication division in the processing element. So next coming to this one, like you have been wrote what type of chip we are being used in our project is like 89C51. So this is one microchip we have been using in our project. So I've been discussing about these things only. So this is thing, and next like we have been using another chip also, P89C554X2 Philips. So here I wrote clock per machine cycle also clearly. Okay, so this is an external program and data memory of characteristics. Been clearly mentioned what exactly all the things like 12 mega edges oscillator and 16 to 24 mega edges oscillator and the units for the following parameters. So clearly you can see in this video. Next, coming to our external program memory read cycle. So this is a block. This is a diagram for the external program memory read cycle. So this is an external data memory. This is a data and this is a program only. Okay, so you can see both. So I wrote both, so you will get some idea. So next, external clock drive like a symbol we have been given and parameters and the minimum, maximum, and also units of the parameters. So it's clearly mentioned in this PDF. So next, coming to our seventh question is like we what type of peripheral interfaces available and correlate its performance with the type of peripherals in Module 5 NEC 003 syllabus. So like this is a simple CPU, and CPU consists of both memory and a RAM. The memory consists of both RAM and ROM. So in the peripherals like monitors, printers, etc. So like we have been knowing that a simple input and output, something called as non-programmable. So programmable very interface like a PPI and a programmable interface controller and a programmable DMA controller, programmable communication interface, programmable interval timer. So these are the some peripheral devices. Next, coming to the LED inference to a microcontroller, because like we have been using one LED in our project, so I will be discussing about this LED in this video. So some brief introduction about LED. So what type of LEDs and how it's going to work, and what display interfacing circuit, and also serial communication into programming. So everything are there. So next, coming to the method of serial communication. So method of serial communication, and there are two methods. So first method is synchronous and asynchronous. So synchronous like we are going to transfer the blocks of data. So asynchronous like there is no clock involved here. So transmission is synchronized in special signals only. So you can see the UART, USART and UART. So both are different. So USART stands for universal synonyms. UART stands for universal acronyms. Okay. So next we're coming to the eighth question. Like here we are going to explain about the ADC, means like analog to digital converters, DAC digital to analog converter, and the sensor with the signal conditioning interface technique available in all processing elements. So find the advantage of peripheral interface management techniques over the concepts given in module 7 in ECE 3003 syllabus. So like I've been in the question what they were asked, I've been explaining clearly like ADC means like analog digital converter. So some brief definition I wrote here. So for the ADC and DAC and signal conditioning everything. So here I wrote some advantages for the peripheral interfacing also, like it supports multiple slaves. It's faster than the acromic serial. It supports all duplex communication. So it has no transistor unneeded. Next, coming to our ninth question is like provide an instruction set of the microprocessing element. So with flags effectors, so what type of instruction based upon here? So literally our project is on 8051 microcontroller list. So like I've been discussing here what addressing modes we have been used in this project. So like five addressing modes are there, like immediate addressing, register addressing, direct addressing, register indirect addressing, indexed addressing. So these are the addressings we have been going to discuss so one by one. So first what addressing and direct addressing. So direct relation in indirect addressing, so everything are there. So next, coming to our last question is like, okay, raw the control word format for special function register for Intel i3 i5 i7 series processor and microprocessing element. So like IE, IEP, PS flag register, so PCON, SCON, TM, OD and TCON. So next, first of all, coming to the one by one, we're going to discuss like I3, I5, I7. So first of all, coming to the I3. So here I3, we are going, we got this one. So like EHA input value and output registers and the nodes. Some important points to related the output registers. The next coming to the I5. This is an I5 and this is for I7. So I has some control register input and output mode. So from D0 to D7. Next, IP is like IP is a power control word. So you have been you can see clearly or what are there. So PSW, so PSW block diagram this one, and PCON. So rest of PCON you can see clearly. And next SCON and TM down, and finally TC on. So you can see from I mean TF1 like something like B0 to B7. So okay, like one by one, like input zero type control or input one type control bit, like timer one over flag, timer one run control bit. So everything are there in this video, in this PDF. So thank you.